G'day guys and welcome! My name is Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder 2nd Edition's Extinction Curse. Now, you've probably noticed I look a little different. That is because today, I'm not under my bright lights, and that's important for me to take some time, because I have advanced versions of photosensitivity, which means that sometimes you get dead dag. So here I am. Of course, joining me today is my lovely Patreons who help me keep the lights on and keep this channel running. Good morning, everyone.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, are we all doing well today?
Heck yeah. I'm super ready.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I'll get back to you after I roll some dice.
Good. Excellent. Now, guys, before we kick off, of course, we have some people to thank. Of course, first of all, we want to thank all of the sponsors that make our channel possible. Boom, there they are in chat. Starting with Hero Forge for the lovely artworks you can see on screen. And, of course, this lovely artwork of me. Look at me. And the artwork that I am. Spectacular.
Yeah.
We also have, who let the lich in? Who let the lich in? It's who let the lich out.
Let the lich out.
Well done, Neil. Thank you.
Boo. Okay, sorry. Boo.
Then, of course, in addition to Hero Forge, which allows us to make these really cool minis for our virtual tabletop, as well as get them 3D printed if you have a 3D printer or the like. Thank you, Sen. I appreciate that. You can also get some very, very cool 2D standees, which they are now putting into production as well. So more on that in a few videos later on as well. So yeah, go check out Hero Forge. Then, of course, we have Fantasy Grounds for our VTT of choice. As you can see behind me, it makes all of the cool stuff look cool. And, you know, it's kind of like the thing. It's the thing that helps me keep track of all my stuff, all my notes, all my character things, all my plots. And even if I need to improv, it allows me to do so at the touch of a few simple buttons. So that is always an awesome thing if you are, like me, a virtual GM. And then, of course, we have Sirenscape for our lovely audio sound sets, because every game deserves to sound epic, and that is what the Sirenscape allows us to do. If you get the Sirenscape Super Siren subscription, you end up getting, like, the whole catalog of, like, sounds that you can use at your disposal. So, yeah, consider checking out the old Sirenscape there. Alrighty then. Now, before we go any further, let's throw the ball over to my lovely players and get to know them a little bit better. Let's start with... hold on one moment as I... Boop. There we go. Sorry, Arturo. We do not have you here today, so we're just moving that away. Okay. Now, starting, of course, with none other than our lovely bard, Harlanot, a gnomish wonder seeker who is traveling around, attempting to bring a little wonder to people around him. This lovely and energetic character is played by our dear friend Schooley.
Hello.
Hello. Now, Schooley, the question for Harlanot is, I guess let's go with this. With druids being the flavor of the day, what is Harlanot's favorite animal?
I feel like yes, this one. I think I said cats last time.
Did I ask that last time?
Not last time, but possibly a few sessions ago.
Oh, well, then let's ask a different question, because I'm definitely more creative than that. Let's say, if you were to be eaten by any type of wilderland creature, what would it be?
What?
Should have just said cat, mate.
Okay, mountain lion, because it'll be fast.
Mountain lion.
I'd probably be appreciating the cat as it comes at me.
Okay, there you go. All right, fair enough. All right, next up, playing the role of the fortune teller, Walter, is none other than our dear friend and delight, Avarian CA. G'day, Avarian. How you doing?
Good day. Not too bad. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Question for Walter. If you were to be viciously mauled and torn apart by just a random woodland animal, what would it be?
See, I'm gonna go really dark with this one.
Yeah.
And I want it to be like a Plague Tales level of rats.
Ooh,
What?
okay, that's pretty dark. That's pretty dark. I know what you're talking about too, because that's like old school like medieval stuff. All right, I
Yeah.
like that. And I mean, technically you've already fought that, so I can't throw it against you. Because why would I do that? It's not like I've got the stats right in front of me. All right.
Next campaign is what?
If your camp is just about to end, clap your hands.
Now, let's think back about Michael saying he can improv anything he likes.
That's true. That's true. All right. Next up, playing the role of Naomi, the summoner, and their ingenue Callisto, the angel Eidolon, is none other than our dear friend Immersion Diversion, aka Neil. G'day, mate. How you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
I am stupendous, thank you. Now, a question for you. Again, if you were being torn apart by a violent woodland creature, what would it be?
Probably an ent, because I wouldn't see it coming. They'd be like, I'd be wandering the forest, and all of a sudden they just, I don't know.
It is a woodland creature, so yeah, it makes perfect sense. I mean, yeah. All right, I like that one. That's a good one. And of course, we have now received group inspiration for everyone, so please mark that down. Good time to get it, a start of the game. Next up, playing the role of the inventor Nagaji Meisha is our dear friend Rock Protector. Meisha. What is a woodland creature that you would most want to be devoured by?
Who would I most be devoured by?
I got zombie deer in chat. That's a good one.
Zombie deer.
I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm thinking a deer.
A deer?
Impaled by a deer.
Impaled by a deer? Okay, that's pretty metal. Pretty metal. I could see that on a metal cover is like, this Nagaji inventor steampunk kind of character impaled on the horns of like a buck, Makes perfect sense. Yeah, love it. Here for it. All right, and of course, unfortunately, we are not joined by Sean today, who normally plays Arturo, our catfolk swashbuckler, but we do have, of course, last but absolutely not least, is our dear friend, All Things Fantasy, aka Matt, playing the role of Throvrek, the dragon.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Now, if you were devoured by a woodland creature, what would it be?
So, Throvrick would argue that he is, in fact, the forest creature that would devour everything.
Yep, makes sense.
Would think it'd be a great image if you see Throvrick flying through the air in the claws of like this giant eagle as he gets taken away.
He
That's
just
pretty
thinks
funny.
he's flying. Yeah,
I do like that, and excellent, because I mean these are good. These for no apparent reason, these are really good answers for everyone. So thank you, everyone. Now, before we kick off, we have one last person to thank, and that is of course our lovely chat. You lovely, wonderful, and amazing people. Thank you so much for being here. Look, our entire channel is built upon the backs of the people who support it. Whether or not you are joining us just to watch and enjoy the show, earning those big old channel points and helping out my players with those channel points, or if you've got a little bit of that disposable income to throw at old Dag's way, I can always ensure that we have always fun projects that I work on. We are currently saving up, as you guys can see below the chat bar there, to go to Gen Con. So there's always stuff that comes back to the community from all of your donations. But I don't just ask for money. I want to make sure that you guys feel as though you guys can really have a impact on my games. So here are the incentives for our game. For $5, you can give a player of your choice a hero point, which can be used to stave off death, petition the DM for stuff that isn't in the rules, or what was the other thing? Roll with advantage. That's the other thing. Boom. So that's what you can roll. Or alternatively, you can give me a jinx point, where I get to get the bad guys to do the exact same thing, or I get to countermand their hero point, which is always fun. Though, out of just, in general, not being a douche thing, I never use it to, like, negate the, haha, so you think you're gonna die. I might, though. If it's a really good death.
You do it to me on Wednesday all the time.
No, I don't. I do it to your rerolls. Don't lie to people. You're just an idiot. God damn it. Mister, I'm gonna throw Strahd's wife's portrait into the fucking fire. Don't you get me started.
Uh,
All right. Anyway, I'm over that. Really, I'm not holding a grudge.
sure. Nope,
Fuck is my
I don't know.
Strahd stats? Okay.
I think he is, guys. I think he is.
Strahd and Pathfinder.
All right. For $10, ladies and gentlemen,
Yes,
we will
pal.
draw from a random deck of plot twists. Actually, you know what? You know what? How about this? Given Walter, you're here and you are in this game. I'm going to add something special. We're going to see how it goes today. But instead of drawing from a random plot twist, I'm going to draw from a random Harrow card. And then I'm going to have Walter read out that Harrow card. And then that fortune will come to be. So saith the Harrow deck. That's what I'm going to do for your game. Boom. So it's in place of the plot twist deck for $10, we're going to go with a Harrow draw. And that's what we'll do. Boom. There it is. Okay. For $20, you can give someone the coveted golden 20, which can be used as a natural 20. For $50, you can enhance the difficulty of a boss fight, or alternatively, provide our group with a magic item of your choice. We've started playing around with a lot of custom magic items, which is really cool. I'm quite enjoying that. You know, my players don't need magic items to survive, but it definitely does improve their chances. And lastly, for the grand $100, which is always a big encounter and stuff like that. This one's nice and simple, and it's all in the chat. I will unleash for $100 every single one of the things that my players declared as a. Actually, you know what? Let's go with the random thing. It'll happen every round. I will add one encounter of what my players decided was the animal of choice. So it would start with a mountain lion. I'm gonna write these in chat. It would then go to a plague of rats. It would then go to a treant. It would then go to a deer. And lastly, finish off with an eagle. But I think an eagle's too small. Actually,
What
no.
about a rock?
Well, it might be a rock. It might be an eagle. We'll see how. We'll see. It depends if. It depends if you
Yes.
guys have beaten
Give me.
the boar, the lion, and the treant. You know.
Yeah.
There you go. And then maybe Strahd if
Strahd
I'm
included.
angry. Yeah, maybe Strahd if I'm angry. All right. So there you go. So that is our big old secret menu item for today.
Strong cosplayer.
All right. Without any further ado, we find ourselves once again back on the small island nation of Absalom. The Isle of Kortos, my mistake. Where our heroes had recently gone to a nearby town in order to try and make money, but also to find out more about this mysterious druid who seemed to be hounding the group as of the last night's performance. Upon arriving at the town whose name is... One moment. Here we go. Abberton. I keep forgetting its name. Upon arriving in Abberton, our heroes went and spoke with the mayor, who told them that the hermitage of the... Sorry. I've got all my notes. It's everywhere. There we go. The Hermitage of the Blessed Lightning. So, Hermitage of the Blessed Lightning have been hounding the town with a variety of different druid-themed assaults. Overhearing such matters while you were in town as the orchard, where a large boar had been seen violently attacking people. The town's mayor said that while he, obviously is really sorry that the conflict that they have with the druids seems to have bled over into your circus, you are, of course, welcome to stay in town for shelter and safety, but they would greatly appreciate and reward you if you were able to repel the druids the same way you had repelled them from your own circus the night before. agreeing to see what you could do, you returned to the main street in Abberton, only to find that your rivals at the Menagerie of Celestials, led by Mistress Dustlight, had begun to set up in town as well. Now, as this happens, you engaged in a duel of performances in order to see if you could best the forces that were against you. First of all, doing battle with the great strongman. Throverick ended up impressing the crowd with an unbelievable amount of daring firework. Harlanot, the bard, played an incredible tune, and it was almost a clear-cut victory until Echo, the clown, managed to pull off a miraculous feat that kind of almost bends the concepts of reality when it comes to acrobatics. But the last battle is what decided everything. Naomi and Callisto, in a juggling performance, placed up against none other than Danica, thank you. None other than Danica, the lion tamer. But as impressive as, of course, Callisto is, it was no match for the lion's roar, and unfortunately, they did win the rights to perform in the town. So, packing up, they went to the bar and decided to soak their woes for a little while, when they began to hear people muttering and talking about the various problems that they were having in town. One such fellow turning and saying, well, yeah, of course she ran away. I mean, who wouldn't? Oh, well, thank God she wasn't hurt. Yeah, no, the boar's been spotted again, on the orchard in the east side of town. And it's not alone. What? Yeah, apparently there's a whole brood of smaller boars, just as nasty and ill-tempered as their mother. I think that's why she's being so aggressive. Well, I mean, look, we have to do something about it. We can't just be forced out of our own lands. Overhearing these, our heroes have decided that this is a perfect opportunity to earn some extra cash, seeing as they will not be able to perform. And that is where we're going to begin today's session. After an evening's rest, sobering up in the morning, our heroes head towards the orchard.
Throverick's stomach rumbles. Sorry, I'm just really excited for the breakfast that we're gonna go get.
Well, maybe they'll give us maybe we'll be rewarded with some of their crop from the orchard.
No, I was talking about the bull.
Oh, so that too.
It does go well roasted with apples, though.
Apples. Come, let's find this bull. Come on, spread out. Look around.
All right.
You're still quite a ways from the orchard.
Pork chop sandwiches.
Look,
I'm
we're
just
fine.
getting a mental image of
Yeah.
I believe
Thorvik running ahead
this-
and us chasing after him.
I was gonna say, yeah.
All right. As you begin to make your way, following the edges of the town until you hit this beautiful verdant green forest, you take a moment to kind of acknowledge the events of the previous day. It was not an easy loss, and well, losing the rights to perform in town definitely going to impact the morale of the rest of the carnival, who so far has only been told you were driven out for the day. But you know better than that. They're not going to leave until they've either drained the town dry of their earnings, or wait till you leave as well. The morning you had walked past several of their performance stalls, getting ready, and yeah, it's just kind of like this is going to be a moment for you guys to talk about that.
As we're passing by the stalls, I genuinely stop by and wish them luck.
A couple of them sort of look at you and nod. You'd never really earned animosity from the actual performers at the circus, at the other circus, but you know, you can tell that there are some who are just, you know, like kind of like scoffing because they still kind of whisper words of you as being traitors to their circus.
All right. The scoffs I still say hello to.
Yeah.
Just before we move on, there was a donation from McClover.
Yes, I see. I'll get to that.
Okay.
But you guys get to roleplay a little first.
Okay.
Clover's gonna watch all the different performances, and he's like, "Oh, ooh. Why don't we do some of this in our circus?"
Well, now Throvek, it's not necessarily well received to copy another performer's act. Try to think of something original to draw the public from something else, aside from something you may have seen somewhere else.
Naomi's just kind of looking at the different magicians to see if she can get any inspiration for some.
To reiterate, you guys are in the forest. That was what you saw that morning. You are having a quiet moment to talk to each other about the implications of yesterday and the fact that they're still there in the morning.
You know, I never really understood the bad blood between you. Why was the lion lady all I'm gonna beat you and you guys aren't up for it, this little thing referring to me is not great. I mean, what is up with that?
So, it's a fairly long story, but for many years we performed with our circus, and then for various reasons, probably revolving around the ringmaster, we decided to part ways. We tried to leave on good terms, but sometimes it doesn't matter how polite you are, people take it as the front that you left.
They think we're traitors.
Yeah, you know, you've seen it around. We're kind of like a tight family, so you know, they feel like, you know, more betrayal because we left them. You know, they're like, "Your family. Why did you leave us?"
But
Not cool.
But wouldn't family want what's best for you? And if you think going off on your own is what's best for you, isn't that a good thing?
And that is the way we'll always think of it, Throvek.
The people.
Crap, I can't. Never mind. I forgot what I was going to say.
Basically, the people that we left weren't really on the same mindset. Like, I mean, they were, but they also followed the previous ringleader, and she wasn't too fond of us, in a sense.
There were several that enjoyed her vicious mockery, and sometimes things got a bit too far and a bit too heated.
Is that what yesterday happened?
Mm-hmm.
It's
in part
one of the situations that came up like that, yes.
You know, we really didn't need to try to outshine them. It just kind of made us look a little bit. Well, you guys looked foolish. I was the one that was excellent, but setting off a challenge and then failing in that challenge, that puts up a poor face.
That was round one. This is the first time we've done this challenge against them rather than just in-house, and it's a standard so we know where we can now get better.
So it's actually going to be multiple skirmishes and battles.
Yes, and as you might imagine, at the end of the day, I'm sure we will end up victorious.
So it's just like a tri battle. So what happens is that we when we
Throvek, you
eat all
trip
their
over
dead.
and you fall flat on your face.
What?
Wham! You hit the dirt very, very hard.
Oh, Thorvac, are you okay? I lift him up.
Your mouth
Dirt
filled
out your
with
mouth.
grass and dirt. You spit and you splutter, and you try to look at what you've tripped over. It appears to be kind of like a wooden box, partially buried in the ground.
Huh.
Well, you all apparently ignore the box and continue on your journey. Well, that was weird.
I think you
What is that?
tripped over a box.
Yep.
Well, well, this is going to create a tripping hazard for people further on. So I'm gonna dig out the rest of the box. Dig
Good
it
job.
out and put it
I
out.
want to take a moment. I want to take a moment because this happens too much on my channel. So I'm gonna do a PSA now. You ready for this PSA? Here we go.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, you did absolutely beautifully just then. Allow me to show you one-on-one on how to react in D&D. Number 1, do the thing. When something happens, you do the thing. You don't say, "Oh, can I actually do like a million other things instead of falling on my face?" You're just like, "Ow, I hit my
Yeah.
face." Step 2 is search for or acknowledge the thing that interacted with you. Huh, there's a box sticking out of the ground. Step 3, interact with the thing.
Profit.
Huh, I'm going to dig this out of the ground because that seems like the sensible thing to do. It doesn't matter who does it, but for God's sake,
Someone do it.
we have 5 to 6 people on a table. There is no point in which this should be dead air. All right, you dig.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah. You dig up the boxes.
And for your teachings.
You're welcome. You dig up the boxes, Throvrak, with your claws, dirt sort of getting beneath your nails as you do so. But you unearth what looks to be 2 strange-looking boxes, both of which are emblazoned with the symbol of a clover. Now, inside these boxes are 2 magic items, one for Meisha, one for Naomi. So we're just going to use a little bit of meta here. There is a puzzle lock on the actual box themselves, and will take some time to unlock. This is the amount of time that you guys are given in order to search for a magic item of your choices. Let's see. Hold on. Let me just make sure. Sorry, one for Meisha and the other for Throvrak. My mistake.
Oh, okay.
Apologies. Throvrak, your one is, like sort of, like kind of like a simple like picture puzzle, and Meisha, yours is a more complex Rubik's puzzle. But inside will be a magic item of your choosing, courtesy of McClover.
Thank you, Clover.
Now, because you guys have leveled up, you will have it'll be your level +2 in terms of the maximum level of the item that you got. Cool.
Okay.
Sweet.
So up to 5. Got it.
All right. Picking yourself up and now in possession of these 2 quite impressive boxes, you all feel a little bit more inspired by things. We have another donation from the lovely Calindria, who has given a natural 20 to Naomi and Throvrak, and a hero point to Walter, Naomi, Meisha, and Throvrak. So you are all, at least with a hero point and a nat 20 each, with Harlanot with an extra nat 20.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
As you are traveling, the smell of sweet fruit seems to wash over you, as well as the sharp zest of of citrus, maybe limes or oranges and the like. You have entered the groves of the fruit trees that the town use. You hear the sound of running water nearby, coming from a stream. I need everyone to make me a survival check. It's a survival check. As you search the area to see if you can find any trace of the boars you are searching for.
Oops.
Throvrak's still wiping dirt from his eyes.
Okay. Okay.
Whoa.
You apparently have no problem finding piggies.
Okay.
Oh, look, a bug. No.
All right. Well, besides Throvrak, everyone does seem to find tracks that do lead down to the water. Walking around and searching, you do eventually hear the sounds of sort of. Let me see if it plays.
I don't see my nat 20. Crap.
In the background. Just this boar kind of howling, snuffling kind of sound. Approaching slowly, you can see by the river there is a single boar drinking.
Is that the one? I don't see any more next to it.
Does it look? Let me see how it phrases. Is it a BOUS? A boar of unusual size?
No, it's just a regular boar.
Now he gets a little brave and she's gonna start heading up. With Callisto and tail.
Before we start, did you say we're triggering the long rest to?
Yes, sorry, I'll trigger that
Yes,
in a moment.
yeah.
Just let me.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. There you go. You guys have had your long rest.
Yeah.
All right. I know a little bit about boar hunting. So what we do is we get this large rod with a bit of string on the end of it, and we just throw it at the boar.
The string?
No, the rod, the stick. We hold onto the string.
Why would it go
A
after a
harpoon.
stick?
Sorry.
He's talking about a harpoon.
Oh.
A harpoon. No, we call the stick on rope.
It's just a stick.
The technical
And
term.
Throverick, how many boars have you caught with this technique?
4, right? I mean, there's not much of a difference, right?
Well, they look the same size from a distance, depending on your distance.
That is fair, particularly when you're a flying dragon.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a boar that's like angered, or not angered, but like, you know, it might not necessarily run. It might actually try to attack us. So I don't think we have to worry about it getting away.
Why
Other
would we
people
be trying to get away? We want it to come to us.
I know. That's what I'm saying. If it's been attacking people, it would just attack us. It wouldn't just. I mean, we could still throw your stick on rope.
Well, I'll go find a stick then.
Is there a way to make the stick, we can make it, more powerful than throwing it, like a
Listen,
launcher?
it doesn't. The stick
Maybe-
is
maybe
already
I-
powerful enough.
We could shoot it out of your new fire extinguisher.
Pressure.
That'd be kind of
Well,
cool.
you think on that. I'll go find a stick. All right. Do I go find a stick?
As he goes to
Yeah, I'm
find a
gonna say
stick.
you're in a forest. You find a stick.
Wonderful. Did you guys want to come up with a better plan?
Well, we could try to get around him and kind of flank him.
It's on the other side of the river, or the stream.
Callisto can
how-
kind of glide, so Callisto could try to get behind it while we attack from the front. He doesn't really make sound when he's gliding. He just can.
Yeah, and there is a little bit of a ledge to begin with. How fast flowing does the water appear? Is it a nice, gentle?
It's
Flow?
pretty gentle. Yeah, it's not. It wouldn't be difficult to cross.
Does it look deep enough that you'd effectively almost be swimming, especially if you're, say, small?
If you were small, there might be some areas you'd need to swim, but for the most part, I think you'd be okay.
And actually, I think I got a new after yesterday. I feel a little stronger. I think I might be able to hit it with some kind of spell from here too.
If Callisto goes behind it, is there a way he can bring me over there? Because I could turn invisible with
He
my
could
armor,
maybe pick you up
and
he could try gliding over there with you.
Do I see tracks of other boars in this area?
With your survival of 16, you do not.
Okay. I'm gonna move down to the waterfront, picking up some of the fruit from the orchard as I go, and I'll just keep my eye on it to see how it reacts.
All right, let's see if it notices you.
This is where we start.
It hasn't noticed you, not yet anyway. And how far away are you? You are just outside of its range. Okay, yep, it does not notice you.
Oh, from this distance, I don't see any other boars near it. Just still it.
Make a perception check.
That did not go into the box, and it was, of course, it was.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you do not see any other boars.
This isn't too important, but any chance we could get some music?
Sorry, I did forget to share the music that's going on. There you go.
Yeah.
Done.
I don't actually hear anything though.
That's because it just got to the end of it.
Oh.
Yeah, it'll be back. It'll be back in a
Timing.
second.
Oh, good.
Okay. So the plan is to get to this boar.
Yeah,
No,
I think,
that's the objective. That's not a plan.
I know. I'm saying
Yeah.
to the group. Do we want to have it cross the water, or do we want to try and have us cross to it?
we should probably get to it before it leaves. Assuming it's not going to stick around forever to drink this water.
Yes, I'm trying to get.
But yes,
do you
if-
want me to try and create a noise that might frighten it towards us if we're all hidden?
Oh, yes.
That would work.
Actually, do you want in that case, would you want Callisto to bring you over? Maybe he like,
I can.
or if you can get over there on yourself, then yeah.
So I just.
Oh, wait, you've got ghost sound. That's right.
Yeah. Oh, so it's 30 feet. So if
You
I.
had-
Yeah.
From where I am, it's 35.
Yeah.
I could from here just attack it and see if I could anger it.
I could also attack it from pretty much anywhere. I just
What?
got a new pretty interesting spell.
Well, the sound is 30 feet, so if I went round, I could scare it partly up towards us.
what happens before you scare it, and we try to do it in a different direction? We set up some sticks so we can run into it.
Just keep in mind,
Maybe.
you're told there's a group of boars and one that was fairly large. You go to the other side of the river, and the rest of them show up. Where all of
Oh
us
yeah,
are
that's
this
true. I
side of the river.
realized this could
that'd be bad.
possibly just be one of the normal boars and not the huge one they were talking about.
So if we
Yeah.
can put this boar in distress, it may attract the larger boar, particularly if it's its kids. So, on that note, I'm going to hit it with Inner Radiance Torrent.
Oh,
right.
you!
All right, describe your magic and cast your
That's
spell.
what I wanted to spell.
So,
Like, Copies of each other.
I pull out a card that starts radiating brighter and brighter and brighter, and then when I point it towards the boar, it shoots out in a line 60 feet long, hitting
Nice.
the boar. Just a searing white, yellow light going right across the river. I'm just going to spend the 2 actions. I'm not going to do the third to keep it going.
I just look at Walter like, Walter, we could have code shot one because I have that spell too.
It gets a reflex save.
All right, drop the
Whoa.
reflex save on him.
Uh,
Well, it looks like we have no time to set up this spike trap now.
All right, the boar fails. Deal your damage. All right, 10 points of damage, and the boar is struck and wounded.
oh gosh.
All right. Immediately, it turns its attention to you,
I'd imagine.
and we're gonna go into initiative.
Oh gosh.
All right, I finally finished tying the rope to the stick, and oh,
Don't worry, you can still use it.
All right.
There we go.
One moment while I. There we go. All right, sweet. Okay, so initiatives are rolled. Wham! Walter, you are up first, followed by Throverick, then the boar, then Naomi, then Harlanot, and Mesha.
All right. I'm going to not be here right now. So I'm going to spend whenever I click on the map, I can't click on the tabs on my character sheet for a while.
Well, that is very strange, but also good feedback
It
for
is.
fantasy grounds.
There we go. Yeah, okay, 25. So that's 5 squares. So that's action 1. Action 2 is going to be perhaps move a little further. There. And I will. How far away is the range of the spell? 30 feet. Throwback is where? Right there. I will Spirit Link Throwback. No, which I can't do because that's 2 actions. Never mind. I will look into the data.
Yep, because you use. Yep. All right. Throverick, you're up next.
well, Throverick's gonna move in position, so he's probably gonna triple move to get to about here. And he's gonna start swinging the rope on stick on rope.
Okay.
He's gonna start swinging it around an arc. He's waiting for the charge.
Sweet. We then go to the boar. The boar howls and squeals. And immediately turns and runs back into the woods. You're out of initiative.
Sweet.
That's not really-
That was
Oh
my
my gosh.
lunch.
So now we
Well-
just have to pursue the
Hey,
line.
get
We
back
just had
here!
breakfast.
Throverick chases.
Oh my god.
You're going to chase it into the river? All right, cool. You begin the chase. Make a survival check as you are chasing it around.
Throverick's great at survival. Ah,
Oh.
one. Sorry, 2.
Sorry, Unfortunately, there are critical fumbles in this, so that means Throvek, you are now officially lost in the woods.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Guys, we gotta go find him.
Yep.
All
Follow
All right,
the
we're
dust
gonna
cloud.
we're gonna turn this into an ongoing challenge. You will need to
Oh, no.
find. You'll need to basically try to find Throvek, or find the boar. Depends on what you guys want to do and what you want to progress. But you are traveling as a group, so whichever way you go, this is gonna either push or pull you distance-wise from either Throvek or the boar. So let's start with Harlanot. Harlanot, who are you searching for, and where are you taking the group?
So I'm just thinking of something.
Oh, also another group inspiration has been given.
Ooh, another
Dang.
one.
So we
That
got
is
two.
your second one. Yep, that is your second one. Now, group inspirations can only be used for rerolls, but, there you go. You got that too.
Yeah.
So given he dashed off
Mhm.
quite quickly
Super quickly.
and we lost track,
hmm
I'm going to kind of hope that he doesn't get out of the 500 feet yard. And can I actually just use Bullhorn to try and shout him back towards us?
It will not work,
No.
because that is not the point of the ongoing challenge.
I know.
And Throvek will hear it, but he has no orientation, meaning that you can choose to
It
throw
just
away.
comes from everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. This is you finding him, not you summoning
Yeah.
him, because he's currently unable to orientate himself. So that I'm not going to use your turn and say like, "Ha ha, suck to be you." So you can still search for him, but it's up to you. What
Yeah,
you
it was if we were shouting, if you were declaring this type thing.
Also, it does
Um,
declare you. Also, it does declare you to literally every animal and creature in the vicinity, plus orcs and other dangerous things. I mean, you know what? Harlan, I take that back. You can blow the horn if you like.
And we just got the $100 challenge for free.
Given that, I will look to the group saying, "Do you want me to?" Oh, and everyone's changed possessions.
Have they? Who have we lost?
Yeah.
No, I just pressed the
No.
wrong button. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it's just reordered. So I
And
will look
Throwback
at
is
the.
never found again.
As we start chasing after, I will ask the group, "Do they want me to try this?" Since it has connotations.
I mean, it's up to you. If you think it'll find Thorvik better, I think.
It has a chance of at least letting him.
That's my thoughts.
No, we're
I'm
after
like,
him.
we know he went that direction. How do we know he's
Yeah.
lost?
That is true.
Yeah, true. We could just follow him. I mean,
Yep,
assuming he left a trail behind.
If you think it's our best chance, go for it.
Okay. So hearing that, I think we'll assume that he's on the right track, and we will assume that we're trying to chase him to catch up to him.
All right.
For how that would go then.
All right. So as you are chasing him, let's make a survival check to see how you go to find him.
All
So
of us
good
are
at
just
survival.
Harlanot.
Just Harlanot.
I think all of us are.
Okay.
All right.
You have a
Oh,
group
just
inspo.
Helena? Oh, okay.
You do have group.
You have two,
inspo.
actually.
Neil.
Yeah, let's.
Sorry.
Thank you,
Let's use
Neil.
one
I
of them.
appreciate it, but I'm capable of giving people their heads up too.
I'll just stop talking.
You don't need to stop. You don't need to stop talking. You just need to pick and choose your moments, and it can't be every time someone says something. So Harlanot.
Group inspiration number 1.
Yes.
That's a
Unfortunately,
bit better.
And
Yes.
it's 1 point better.
there's 1 point better, but it is not enough for you to adjust. So you go deeper into the woods, and you believe that you are on Throvrek's trail. I will not tell you your progression towards any of the encounters that I have on my little list here, but you are, of course, progressing through the forest. Walter, you're up next.
As we're trudging through the forest with Harlanot in the general direction that Throvek went, I'll be playing with my hero deck, be it the one I've recently. Well, actually, we'll make it the one I recently found.
Sure.
And I will cast a single card to try to give some insight on perhaps the direction that Throvek went.
All right, make a survival check.
22.
The card points you to the lost survivor, as you kind of get a feeling like in your gut that this is the direction to go, and you progress deeper into the woods.
Okay.
All right.
Feeling confident, I will march on.
Nice. Okay, Naomi.
Following Harlan and Walter, I think Naomi and Callisto would be like keeping an eye out on the sides while we're following the path, see if we can see anything like Throvrick or the boars.
So what are you tracking? Are you tracking the boars or are you tracking Throvrick?
I guess she would be kind of keeping an eye out on the boars as well as Throvrick. But just so that we
What
don't
part
get
of
like
this or this is difficult?
I'm sorry. Fine, she's keeping out for the boars.
The boars. Very well. Make a survival check.
Okay. I'm gonna use a group inspo. A little better. It's a 10.
All right. Once again, you begin to track your way through. I need Neil for you to roll me a percentage check, please.
All right. 79.
Okay. Mesha, it is your turn.
All right. So, my thoughts, like I told Helen that, like my thoughts is, Thorvac was on he was chasing after the boar, so follow Thorvac, we'll find boar. Yeah.
All right.
So.
Very well. Cool. Make a survival check. You're pretty confident he went this way.
Nope.
Okay. Now, after after the first round, unfortunately, our band of heroes are all also lost. But not lost in the same loss that Throvrick is. Throvrick, let's make a survival check.
We're clearly not wilderness people.
Okay, no, that's good. So, as you are making your way following the boar, you realize that you've lost these tracks. Now, what do you wish to do? Do you wish to try searching for the boar continued, or do you wish to maybe try to make your way back to the group?
Well, Throwick's going to turn around and realize that no one else followed him as he charged into the forest.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to realize that he has no idea where he is in relation to the forest. Oh, okay. Well, they were over this way, I think. And he's going to point towards a direction and go that way.
All right. So you're trying to head back to the group.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Oh, I'm great at perception checks. Let's do one of those. Yeah. Perception. There we go. A 12.
Well, that definitely will not suffice. Okay. Back to our group. Oh, actually, can I get you to roll me a percentage, please?
Percentage. Wait, that's not a percentage. Do I roll 2d10s?
No, there should be a 0, 0.
Oh, wait, yep.
Campaign.
There we go. 42.
Okay. Unfortunately, you still have no bearing and no idea as to where your teammates are as you continue to look.
I'm sure they're over there. I feel confident that they're this way. And Throvrick's going to walk in the direction that he chose.
All right, back to the top of the round. Harlanot. Your search is proving futile. It has now been 2 hours. The sun is high in the air as you moved away from the morning light and deep into your afternoon now.
Yeah. So, realizing that I hope Throvrick is semi-looking for us, and it's not completely tree canopy all around.
Mhm.
I would try to throw the dancing lights up in the air to act as a flare and a guiding star in the hope that you'd see it.
Okay, very well. You can do so. Throvrick, give me a perception check. You do see a star flaring into the air in the forest as it bursts bright yellow.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about this. Is that like a warning signal? Is that like a oh wait, there might be people that need help. I'm coming! I'll save you!
All right. You don't need to make a survival check for this, but do roll me a percentage, please, Harlanot, as you make your way, as you hold your ground at least until someone can respond.
An 11.
An 11. Roll me a d6, please.
Involved.
Of course, that one's high. A 5.
Involved.
A 5, eh?
Involved. Involved.
What?
Hmm?
What are you saying? Is someone saying evolved?
Sounded
Oh,
like
me.
it.
Sorry.
What? I'm so confused. What are you
Sorry,
doing, Rock?
I thought I muted myself. Sorry.
Do you have like some sort of voice activated like Pokemon game going?
No, I was trying to spell a word and ask Google to tell me it. Yeah.
Ah, right. Fair.
So I thought I
No, fair. No,
thought I
it's,
muted
no,
myself.
good,
I'm
no,
so sorry.
No, it's fine. I was like, I thought you were telling me to evolve. I was like, oh, okay. By the power of Grayskull. All right. Also, real quick, Fantasy Grounds rating in with their community. Guys, thank you so
Hey.
much for joining us. In case you didn't know, my name is Mike. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and this is our Pathfinder 2nd Edition Extinction Curse game, where our heroes are currently lost in the woods trying to find their dragon, Throvrick, who is lost somewhere here. They are not doing well. They've just sent out a signal flare, and we're about to see what happens. So yes, as your signal flare goes up, Harlanot, Throvrick, you do indeed manage to find yourself, at least somewhat, in the vicinity of where the others are. Now, stretched out before you is a very, very large kind of area of the forest that has been split apart by this muddy bank. The only way across appears to be this large tree trunk that resides there. And it sort of looks long since dead and dried. It's heavy enough that it might be stable. But then you hear the sounds of Throvrick approaching from the other side of this little muddy embankment.
I'm coming! I'm gonna save you! I'm the mighty dragon Throvrick!
You guys do hear this?
At the top of his voice.
Oh. Throvrick! Throvrick, over here.
There we?
Watch Watch out for the ravine.
What ravine?
All right, you come around the edge of this this very large tree, and sure enough, you can see this. Well, it's not really a ravine. It's a tiny little mud slick, but yeah, you can see it.
Oh, is this it?
Feels like a ravine
yeah.
for small creatures.
Oh, okay. Well, Throveric's gonna thumb his wooden wings, and he's going. He still has the rope on stick, right? He's gonna throw the rope on stick over to someone. Hey, can someone catch this for me?
Callisto, would you be able to grab that?
Of course. As you throw it across, Callisto reaches up and grabs hold of the other edge. Why am I holding onto this rope when there's a perfectly good tree to cross?
I have no idea. I don't know. Your idea is as good as mine.
And then Throveric's going to leap and jump.
Oh, that's probably...
You never know if the tree will break.
All right.
It's good to have, backup.
You leap and jump and immediately fall into the muddy river. Because, as anyone who would know, holding onto a rope as you jump into a ravine would suddenly make the rope slack as you are holding onto it. And it then does absolutely nothing to stop you from falling the 10 foot down into the muddy slick as you collide with this very silty, almost clay-like silken mud. You descend into it till you're completely covered, but it does not restrain you or drag you under or anything like that. You could simply stand from where you are, and your head is back above the mud line.
I said keep it taut.
How?
You just kind of jumped in, Thoric.
Oh, listen, just because I don't have the foresight or mental aptitude to think of my actions before I do them.
I guess, can we just pull them out, Callisto?
Yes, yeah, of course.
I hope you learn from this. Think about your actions before you do it.
All right, as you are all paying attention to Throveric as he's climbing out of the mud, I need a perception check from everyone, please.
Oops.
Oh, no thank you. Let me try that again. I'm going to burn my jinx point for that. Much better. Okay. With no one having gotten a 26, all of a sudden, a large tree uproots itself and makes its way over.
Ooh.
As it does so, it seems to have been angered by the bright lights and loud noises, and tears up some of its roots as it steps. It is going to use a branch and try to knock the nearest target away, which of course, unfortunately, is Harlanot.
Once again.
Ooh.
All right, that is 14 points of damage. And Harlanot, you are sent flying backwards. As we will go into initiative.
Ooh. At least I'm not the nearest person now.
That's very true. All right. This large tree-like creature turns its hollow knot holes that it seems to be using for eyes towards the nearest target. It just seems to roar a dire warning. Evidently, it seems to be pretty mad. That either you're here, could be some druid magic, who knows? It's an angry tree. Naomi. You're up next.
Oh gosh. She just sees this tree come out of the ground and she's like, "Oh no!" Ah. She's gonna instinctively back up. Oops. Oops. No, I didn't mean to do that. Shoot.
Blister is like, no, you got this. Bye, guys.
There we go.
I think we should, run. We're in his territory. We probably made him mad because we're in his territory.
I'm not gonna run.
Throvek, we better run. He looks really strong.
Not.
You saying Throvek's not stronger?
I'm not saying you're not stronger. Just like this thing is a huge tree.
We shouldn't fight it because we're in its territory and we bothered it. I'm not
saying the
you
salad
can't
is stronger
defeat
than
it.
you.
Yeah, you saying a piece of dry wood is stronger with leaves on it, stronger than me?
All right, fine. If you think you can handle
No.
this, and then Naomi's going to just face the tree and spend 3 actions charging up Inner Radiant or Torrent. She's going to do the 2 rounds version. So
Sure.
she actually ends her turn just standing there, and she says, "Callisto, I need you." And he's going to kind of join in with her.
Oh,
and
is he?
Well, I mean, it's
Doesn't
just
sound
the
like you
flavor,
used an
'cause
action just then.
Well, this is part of the flavor. Like,
Well, you don't get to use an NPC's actions as flavor text. Yeah,
Well,
you can ask him very nicely.
Well,
Thank you.
I say, say, Callisto, can you help me?
Much better. All right.
Thank you. Sorry.
He says, in a minute, I don't want to drop Throvek back down.
Oh,
And
right.
he's going to hold his action till next round, holding the rope
Okay.
to pull Throvek up.
Gotcha. So I'll use my 3 actions to then charge it up for my.
How many 3 actions do you have?
Well, it's 1 3-action spell. It's you can use 2 actions or a 3 action to make it longer.
Yeah, you've moved back up. You've used 2 actions out of the 3, and now you're holding your action to finish it off in the next round.
Well, no, I didn't move. I ended up.
Oh, did you
Like-
not move? Oh, okay, then
Yeah,
so you-
I said I just faced the tree and just used the 3 actions to charge one of my spells.
Right, okay, that makes sense. All right, Hollonaut, you
So I'll
are
put it-
winded.
Yes. And clearly did not like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, trying to be the performer, I will try to play it as though it was about comic relief. And I will try to cast Hideous Laughter on it. See if it gives us a bit of breathing space.
Oh, good question. Is it even susceptible to hideous laughter? Let's see. Yeah, drop it on it, see if it works. It gets a critical success. Apparently it has no sense of humor whatsoever.
Which is the only roll that gives it. Means it does absolutely nothing.
Alright. Sad but unfortunate as you use 2 actions for hideous laughter. You do have 1 more action, and keeping in mind, yeah, no, it's a 2-action spell, right?
Yeah, it's 2 action spell.
Yep.
So, as a result of all that, to try and help us out, I'd probably say, don't worry guys, we can do this, as I will do my customary Inspire Courage in everyone.
Alright, Inspire Courage, dropping that on everyone, as we then go to the next player, which is Meisha. What does our
Alright.
inventor do?
Good. So you guys want to fight this? I don't really want to fight this. This is a creature of the forest. It's a guardian sort of thing, I think. Makes sense. I don't know. I say to run because we're in his territory. But if you guys think we should fight it, I'll join you.
I just don't think we should leave family behind.
Well, yeah. no, we don't want to leave Thor behind. Okay. So like stop it somehow. Make it not move, so we can get Thor back, and then we leave. Okay. Trying to think. I'm gonna. I'm gonna. Okay. I'm going to run. I'm gonna go towards it. I'm going to tap. Slightly hit it. I don't want to hit it with full force, and then go and then run away again to like extract it. Yeah.
Okay, so you want to do a hit and run?
Yeah, hit and run.
Okay. Not a worry. This thing does not have. It does not have a attack of opportunity. So yep, you one action to step in, make your attack.
Ooh.
All right.
Whoa.
That is a critical hit.
Whoa.
Freaking amazing. Deal your damage. What weapon are you using? You're using a meteor
The-
hammer.
the-
Yep.
Meter hammer, yeah. So, boom.
All right, deal your damage. That is 13, which is partially resisted because it is a tree. It is 8 points of damage as you solidly hit this thing.
Okay.
All right, and then you're diving back.
And then, oh no, I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 over here. I'm gonna go over here. Yeah, over. Oh no, right there. Yeah, right there. And I'm like, come on, big fellow. Like taunting it.
Yeah. No, it'll. It definitely seems to be interested in you as it turns its attention in your direction. Volta, it is your turn.
So, is Throvek within reach for me to help him up?
Yes.
Okay. And he has the weapon that I see him most commonly use on him?
The glaive, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah. I imagine he's got his glaive like on his back or something. Yeah.
Okay, so as I'm helping him up, I'll cast Magic Weapon on his glaive.
Well, it'll take you one action to help him up, and then 2 actions to cast Magic Blade.
Magic Weapon. Yep.
All right, not a problem. And you're already standing next to Callisto, so that isn't a problem at all.
Yep. So how do I assign that to me?
It'll just count as a magic weapon, and Throvek, you will just add a 1 to your attack and your damage as you do so.
Does it turn it into a striking weapon?
Walter, what does it do?
There's a +1 striking weapon. And get
Yep.
a +1 item bonus.
+1 to hit, extra double damage, an extra damage
And-
die.
Extra
Nice,
damage.
exactly.
Nice. All right. Throvek, you are then pulled up to the top, where it becomes your turn.
They think that I can't take on a single stick with some leaves on it? Well, I'll show them. I'll show them all! As he enters rage.
Raging Throvek. Nice.
Alright, so he's gonna enter rage, so that was 1 action. And then let me just double check my sudden charge. Dash up twice if a creature is... Nope, that's not gonna work, because then he's gonna have to pull out his glaive, which he does, and then he's gonna get to here. So, rage, pull out glaive, run out the tree.
All right. Make your attack.
I have room for an attack?
No, that's all 3 actions.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I have to take the attack if you like.
Well, if you charge, do you not get a free attack at the end of the charge? Otherwise, what's the point of
the
sudden charge?
action?
I mean, if you're happy for me to count sudden charge and drawing my weapon out as a free action,
Yeah, I'm happy for that.
alright,
Yeah.
then I get an attack. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, if you end your movement within melee reach of at least one enemy, you can make a melee charge. So yeah, I'd say that you would take one action to rage, and then as part of that movement, drawing your weapon, and then making your attack. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. I'm happy with that.
Thank you. Alright, so here's the hit.
Oh, that was almost a 14. Now, keeping in mind, you do have two. Yep, you've got
Actually,
the
no,
group inspiration.
Yes, group inspiration. Thank you.
All right, go for the group inspiration. Let's see what happens.
Alright. What?
That is still a miss.
Oh,
Now I'll use the
ho,
hero
ho.
point.
All right, hero points coming in.
Alright, let me hit this tree. There we go.
Nice. All right. As you basically swing your sword in first, the first hit lands, but then it doesn't penetrate. So you like kind of start like hacking it like wood, like, and you manage to penetrate it. All right, deal you damage.
Alright, so there's the first d8. And then there's an extra d8 on top. This will be an extra 6 points of damage.
Nice. All right, this has definitely got the boar's attention.
The boar.
Not boar's.
There's a board
sorry.
too? Where?
Sorry.
Where's my
No,
You're
sorry.
hitting
This,
the tree.
this has got the
tree
treant's
boar.
attention. All right.
It's a tree boar instead of a tree ant.
Okay. The treant, you actually realize is very vulnerable to your slashing weapons, which is why it wishes to kill you. So it's going to start by trying to root you to the ground,
Oh.
which will hit. That's not right. There we go. Dealing this. Alright, you take 10 points of damage, and roots come out of the ground and ensnare you, pinning you to the spot. It then tries to club you with its arm, which it absolutely does, as this large branch thumps onto the top of you. And with its third action, it is going to try and step on you, Grovrek. Oh, that'll miss! You, actually, no, hold on. Wait, does a 15 hit you?
I don't think so. Let me double check.
What is your AC? I think your AC is much higher than that, though.
20. Am I close?
Yep. No worries. With a 20, as he steps, you manage to, like, find, like, a sort of a small gap in where his foot is and crawl into it before he manages to land on you. And he does not land that third hit.
You're inside of his foot now.
Yeah, like, kind of between his toes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, Naomi, we now go to you.
All right. So then with the rest of the charge, I had asked Callisto to come over to kind of help me charge this for my last 3 actions.
Okay, Callisto will, so you're doing that as a asking, or are you doing that as a command?
As an ask, because I have to spend the last 3 actions to get the rest of the spell off.
You're gonna have to roleplay with him.
Yeah, Callisto, I need your power. Not like that. Callisto, I need your help to charge this. Can you help me with this?
Does he have any ability to actually charge it?
No, this is mainly it's all me. It's like my spirit energy, but I kind of wanted to flavor it that he comes and helps out to power it up. And I thought since he was kind of right next to me, I thought it'd be nice, but
No, sure,
But-
no, that's fine.
yeah.
Given that you're asking and you're role-playing, yes, you can't, like, so here's the thing. With a summon, there are very strict lines on the summon. So I will always keep those strict lines. You will not be able
Gotcha.
to command it to do anything unless you spend an action. It always has its
Right.
own motivation, its own ideals, its own values, because it is an Eidolon independent of you. But you can ask for
Okay.
things, you can roleplay it, but you will not be able to say, I have Callisto come over here and do this thing, because that will not happen.
So
unless you
commanding
spend
would
an
cause
action.
an action, otherwise Callisto can kind of do his own actions.
He is always going to do his own actions otherwise, which is
Gotcha.
usually to defend you or to carry on doing what he was doing. But
Gotcha.
yes,
Okay.
yeah. It's just the manner in which it's presented. If it's presented as a roleplay moment, then he may be motivated to do the thing versus you kneel commanding him to move like a chess piece. So
Gotcha.
so yes, he will come over and assist, placing his arm out to try and channel his energies into your magic as well. So now you've spent 6 actions on this spell. What does it actually do?
Yep. So it says for 2 rounds. The line. So what it is, it's a 2 action to 2 rounds casting.
Mhm.
You can cast it at 3 actions to increase the line by 120 feet long, and it's a line. Normally with 2 actions it's 60 feet, but it says for 2 rounds the line is 120 feet long. If you spend 3 actions casting the spell, you can avoid finishing the spell and then spend another 3 actions on your next turn to empower the spell even further. If you choose to do so, the damage dealt by the spell increases by 44, and you enter the shining state for 1 minute, which it'll so normally it's a reflex save DC line. So, like, anything in the line would get hit by it. I'm gonna angle it to kind of avoid throw wreck.
Sure, not a worry. All right, make your
just
save.
40. Yep. So I'll drop that on him. Whoa.
I'm gonna burn a jinx point on that one. Roll it again.
Okay.
Well, evidently that is what I'm getting. All right, carry on.
So yeah, so it does 44 force damage, and because I spent 2 actions, it does another additional 44. So if I grab it and then do a right click, and it should just add another D44 on there, or
well, if you need to, it should either roll. You should just be able to roll it twice.
okay, gotcha. That'll work.
All right, 6 and then 9 points of damage as the radiant torrent blasts out at the creature.
And then I start glowing on myself, and anyone within that's adjacent to me takes for 1 minute it's 1 point of force damage as I'm now glowing.
All right. So Walter, Throvrek, and Callisto, you take 1 point of damage.
I think it happens on their turn, but yeah, it's causing you to glow with light and deal 1 force damage to creatures that end their turn adjacent to you. Okay, so it's when they end their turn.
Right. So that'd be Callisto then.
Yeah, so I would essentially take 1 damage for myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which brings us to Harlanot. Actually, 2 points of damage because of
Well, I don't take the damage myself.
no, but when Callisto takes it, you take it.
Right, but it's not like I take 2 damage. I take whatever.
You'll take 2 damage because of Harlanot's Inspire Courage.
Oh, that adds on just effects too. Okay. All right, gotcha.
Okay, but Harlanot, it is your turn.
Yes, and I'm in 2 minds about what to do. Okay. So, seeing I couldn't make it laugh, I will try to start insulting it, saying effectively along the lines of, if you're trying to protect this place, why are you destroying everything around you? As I will start casting and using biting words.
Ooh, very nice. All right, throw those biting words out and let's see what happens.
think I'll use the second group inspiration because we have
Yep.
2.
Yep, no worries. Group inspiration coming out.
You know what? I think that 20 at this point.
All right, natural 20 it is.
Left shift, yeah.
All right. Where's that natural 20 token? Boom. All right, drop your crit on him.
16.
Okay, that
Oh,
is...
sorry. Sorry, I clicked the wrong spell.
No worries, that is 16 points of damage. The creature is... Let's see, it's not looking great. It's definitely broken bits of bark are falling off its person. It's kind of, what was its mouth is now kind of cracked and has left this kind of giant opened maw, like in its mouth, where its mouth would be. You do have one more action?
To be safe, I'll probably, almost as I'm doing it, take a step sort of under the tree just so I'm not at risk of falling down that slope.
Sure. Another tree shows up right next to Harlanot and squashes it. All right.
It's a grove of trees.
Yeah, that's it. All right, Meisha, you're up next.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking. Well, it looks like everybody's attacking it, but I'm gonna go to a Hollow Knot, and I'm gonna move over there to take my action, and then my second action, I'm going to heal him because he got, that toss and thrown, so he's probably hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Let's get that heal going.
Actually, oh yeah. Wait.
And Thornberg's like, "Bleh."
1d10 or
Who needs to heal?
bleh. Okay. I think it's 2. Okay. I think it's 2d10 now because I'm a level 3. I think that's what it says.
All right, go for it.
And then it increases every. Yeah. Okay. So take 10. Wait. Click on it. Oh, there we go.
Beautiful. All right, 13 points of healing to Harlanot,
Nice.
which I think almost brings you back to full, right?
Yep.
Nice. All right, so move and heal, which then moves us from Meisha's healing herbs and inventions to Walter.
I'm going to mosey on over here as my first action.
Mm-hmm.
And then my second and third action, I'm going to pull out more cards from my deck and kind of extend them into a long, like, they almost stretch to form a needle, and I'm going to throw a Divine Lance at the tree.
Ooh, nice. Love that. All right. Throw the Divine Lance. Let's see what happens.
Is a... yeah. I'm going to use Group Inspiration.
Very well. You may, you may use a group inspiration.
Get it one better.
You do have a hero point that you can use.
No, I'm going to need that for when I eventually die.
Fair. Then you have the natural 20.
Not on this fight, I don't think.
Pardon?
I'll stick with my miss.
Okay. All right.
Not a
Unfortunately,
critical
the lance does miss, and you do not find purchase. Which then brings us to the end of the round with Throvrak.
Yeah, Thorberg.
Thorwick's gonna twist his head, and there's gonna be a sharp inhale as he bursts out a ball of fire and a cone. Do me a reflex save.
Yeah, I totally can.
The DC is 19. No, 20. Sorry, 20.
20, wow.
He fails.
Wonderful. He's going to take 2d4 fire damage. Probably create a mint macro for this, so he's going to take 5 points of fire damage.
All right. And he goes up pretty quickly because he is also weak to fire.
Yep. And then with Throvrick's last action, he's going to keep slashing away with his glaive.
All right, make your attack.
He misses. That's okay.
That is Mitch. You do have a natural 20.
Save that.
Yeah, you
Did
still
you
have
use both your group inspiration?
Oh yeah, the second group inspiration.
Yes, yes, you do have that.
Oh, just as good. It's fine.
Okay. Well,
I like to imagine that Thorvik's just not hitting the tree exactly, like he's trying to chip away at the bark and it's not happening.
all right. Well,
I will take this tree down!
unfortunately, the tree is suffering a lot of damage from Throvrick, and Throvrick has become public enemy number 1. Throvrick. That is a critical hit.
Oh.
That is 29 points of damage. As you are felled by the tree. It steps forward. And as it does... Oh, actually, sorry. You also took 1 point of damage, but that's not going to really matter here. Right. Because, yeah. It steps forward and is going to hit Naomi. For 25 to hit.
Ooh.
Alright, Naomi takes 14 points of damage as another fist comes down. And it takes 1 point of damage from your aura as it's turns.
And it dies.
Alright, Naomi, your turn.
Alright, I just like, Callisto, help! As I kind of command him to go in and attack it.
Hey, he will do so on his turn. You have 2 actions left.
Don't our actions happen on the same turn?
Only if you're using Act Together.
Oh, okay. Shoot, well, because, okay, so if I did act together, could I move and then he used the 2 actions to move and attack?
Nope.
But I thought you, yeah, because you said you could only do it with 1 action. Or with 1.
No, you can
thing.
use Move Together, so he can move and attack, and then you would get 1 action.
Right, to move.
Yes.
I want to get out of there, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought you meant, but I thought originally before I thought you said that it has to be like a 1 kind of thing. Like I'd have to spend a 2 turn action.
No,
attack.
one of you has to spend 2, and the other has to spend 1.
Gotcha.
Or
So, yeah,
one of you has to spend 3, and the other one can spend 2.
Okay. I guess, yeah, so I would do the act together. Okay, I didn't realize that the Edolan had a separate turn than me then when I do the move. Okay. So yeah, then I would use act together to ask him to swap positions with me. So I would move into his spot, he would move into my spot, and then attack the treant.
Okay, well, he's going to move to here and attack the treant.
And then I would kind of go to where he was, so...
No, not yet, because you're going to finish off his move first. So he now gets
he goes first, that's right.
So he's moved into your square, so you're both sharing a square currently. Then you make an attack.
Okay, so he does his, he's going to use the fire damage punch.
Yep.
Actually, you know what? He's going to smack it with his wing and do like a fire wing attack.
Sure.
As he kind of flips around and like in the same movement kind of smacks it with his wing. So... It's a 24.
All right, that'll hit. Deal your damage.
Yeah. That's
9 points of damage.
points. And then
Okay.
I spend my one action to back up away from him.
All right. Actually, sorry, that will kill him. I don't know why your attack didn't list it as fire.
Oh, you know what? Because it's not. It's the original attack isn't fire. It's the extra damage that his hollowed strike would do, which would be good. But the energy heart switches it to fire, so it just does 1 point of fire damage.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, no. Anytime you do
So I
fire
guess
damage,
2.
it should deal an extra 10 points of fire damage.
Oh, okay.
All right. So there we go. We lost Rock. There he goes. Come back here, Rock. There you go. All right. So he takes an additional 10
I
points of
see.
damage, and he will catch fire, and the tree falls to the ground, burning and dead.
I immediately hurry over to Throvek and hit him with a 2-action heal.
All right, you can do so. All right, with the creature now destroyed, the scene is now yours to ponder, to talk, to restore. Throvek, you awaken, wounded but alive.
Is everyone okay?
Did I kill it?
You got close. But yes, you did.
I doused the tree thing with my hose to make sure
Nice.
the rest of the forest doesn't get on fire.
Good call, good call. Yep, you immediately put out the treant fire. Also, Meisha, you realize that treant wood is actually quite valuable and strong. So, you could probably even harvest some bits of treant lumber if you'd like.
Ooh.
Okay. Well, I was wondering if I was thinking, is that I know that it's expensive, but is it disgraceful to do it as
No.
well?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Yep, just straight up not at all.
right.
Yeah, treants are kind of living creatures, but I mean, if you're okay with building buildings out of wood anyway, it's literally no different. These are just trees that can defend themselves.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll harvest some of what I can. If not
Make a
burnt
craft check.
parts.
Nice.
22.
Michael?
All right, with a 22, your craft check is solid.
Cool.
Now, as you have gathered, we are going to give you 10 pieces of lumber.
Ooh.
All right.
Yeah, so you got 10 pieces of lumber there for you.
How am I going to carry that?
I mean, we'll all help you. We'll all help you carry it.
Yeah, and you can carry it back and forth. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to do it in one run, for example.
Yeah. Well, did you get lost in the woods again? Oh, where are we going?
We could just drag the tree in with us.
Okay. Now, meanwhile, as our heroes relish
We still have to find those boars, but at the same time, if you'd say this stuff is worth a lot.
It is worth a lot. You could sell it too. why can't I hear rock?
This is expensive. Making like
Okay.
stuff out of it, does it make it have magical properties?
It
Or-
makes it tougher, but depends on what you're building.
Oh, okay.
Or fishing
It's
stick.
just like a tougher wood. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
correct.
Fishing rod, yeah.
Got
Ooh. Can I replace my stick and a rope with one of these sticks?
You can if you like.
Yeah, well, this time we'll definitely catch a ball with this.
Maybe it'll be attracted to the scent of the treant.
All right.
Um,
Well, with the treant
think
felled and some plans now in motion, you guys have also successfully chased the boar away, so it is no longer a threat. And you can return to town for the reward that you have been offered. The reward that you receive is 50 gold pieces. An extra given for having felled the treant before it could cause too much damage.
Each or altogether?
Altogether.
Yeah.
Now, in addition, the treant had left a victim lying nearby where you had found it and encountered it. A gnome who is, sort of whose body's mostly in that river. Its corpse seems to have a scroll of unseasonal squall and an antidote, a lesser antidote.
ooh.
But you are then also given an extra 5. Well, actually, let's go with 2 gold each. You're given an extra 2 gold each for having returned with information about what had happened to had
Nice.
happened to them.
So 2 gold each, and then you said 50 as a whole?
Which is
Okay.
8.3, including.
Was that an antidote or an anti-venom? Sorry.
Antidote lesser.
Lesser. One. Thank you.
You said how much, Walter?
Are we counting
Arturo?
Arturo in this?
I'm assuming he was
We
serious.
will not. Do not count. Yeah, don't
Oh.
count it to her. That's fine.
Okay, so then it's
Okay.
10. Easy division.
10 each? Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Meanwhile, behind the scenes, an angry druid kind of gazes off, cursing the group that had once again thwarted her her plans. Let's see. Where is she? Nope, that's not him. Here we go. That's the one. Boom. This druid, cursing the circus people who have once again thwarted her plans of having the treant run into town and raise and murder people. She quietly vows vengeance against you for getting in her way. And with that is where we'll end today's session.
Yeah.
Well done, everyone. A good battle. Yeah. I mean,
was
I was
fun.
thinking about the boars, and I was like, I think that your plan to deal with the boars was good, and I think that fight would have gone pretty quickly, given the nature of like 6 people versus 1 boar. But I do like the fact that it kind of like assessed the situation to a degree and was like, no, I've been, ambushed. I'm gonna run away, go protect my babies, and take them away. But then the treant was actually the reason why the boar was here. So the treant had been chasing the boars into populated areas, and it's just been defending its children versus like being actually aggressive for any particular reason. But having killed the treant, that's now dealt with the boar as well, and that's freaking awesome. And you guys did really well. It was vulnerable to slashing and fire, so you guys had all the tools. But it was a CR6. Yeah. So that's why its hits really hurt. But then again, I knew you guys had all the tools you need to like wipe it out. Like I said, even with the
Nice.
1 extra flame damage from Callisto on the attack, it actually adds an extra 10 automatically
Oh,
to
nice.
it.
Yeah.
Same thing with Throvrek's flame thing as well. Yeah, so it was a really good fight. You guys did amazing. So happy with today. Now, as for what we're doing now, Guys, I think we are going to go and raid. So
Yay.
stick around as we go and raid Scarlet64, who is doing some D&D game prep for their session. So yeah, Scarlet's a great, wonderful content creator. She'll be joining us later this week for Dragon Kitchen. So be sure to tune in for that. Thank you to my wonderful patrons. Thank you to everyone who donated for today. We are now 77% of the way to getting ourselves to Gen Con, which is an absolutely freaking stellar effort. I'm already building and working on some rewards for what happens when we hit that 100. Maybe we'll do a party stream, or maybe I'll do like some sort of like weird like spice challenge, or I don't know, something. As a massive thank you for all of your efforts. So thank you everyone, one and all. We hope that you enjoyed today's show. Stay safe, stay wonderful, and as always, from us to you, game hard or die trying. Bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.